Hey guys, Dread here, and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendsim, episode 9. Yeah. So last time we pretty much met a guy who just really wanted to be a pilot. Now, correction, not a space pilot, a regular pilot, because I guess there's no planes in Altaria. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I'm just gonna continue right to the next guy. So we finished all 4 volumes on this page, so now on page 2, where we're gonna start volume 5. So let's see what these guys are. Walking, you're sure doing a lot of it recently. Back on our Earth, you never got near this amount of exercise. You're gonna be you're gonna be so in shape when this is all over, provided you still have all your limbs attached to you and your bones uncrushed. You could probably come up with the safer ways to travel a taxi or some sort of bus system, but you don't have any money. You can't read signs. Also, you're routinely covered in blood and bruises. So walking it is. Yep. Tired as you are, your feet still carry toward you. Carry you toward friendship. What the? Okay, these are some interesting characters. We got Zebra right here, but I'm gonna go with the mysterious figure right here. It might be fun. As usual, the streets are hopping, just bouncing around like an overactive bunny rabbit on Easter morning. Up ahead, up ahead at an intersection of streets is some kind of night market. Well, every market on Altaria is night market. As previously stated, you are broke, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of window shopping. Who knows what kind of awesome stuff you'll find? You can learn a lot about a culture from their stores. You are intent of thinking positive thoughts that you are nearly at the market before you realize quite a few people are coming towards you in the opposite direction. Some of them are running actually and screaming. Looks likely that something has gone down violent wise. It's not a stampede. You aren't in any danger of being trampled in the street. Being trampled in the street is wide enough to step aside and let the crowd pass by, or it would be. You get a brief, furtive, uh, furtive glimpse of a pair of focused yellow eyes under a low-pulled hood. Then a hand grabs you so tightly the tips of your fingers go numb. Oh, that's okay. I'm being kidnapped, aren't I? With a rough yank, you're pulled into the flow of the crowd. The troll girl who has a hold of you speaks quickly and quietly. You have to learn, you have to lean your head closer to hear. We are on a date. You're my mate, Spring. Or more, oh, whatever you want. We're just a normal couple, out for a night on town. Night on town. Oh, great. I'm being kidnapped on a date by this mysterious figure. Great. We're gonna go catch a movie and get some soft served grub cream. You feel me? Wow. Okay. You know what? Just play along and hold hands. Heart beats so hard you can feel it in the back of your throat. You adjust your grip a little and make a hand easier to hold. In response, you get a squeeze, like she's thanking you. You match her pace, a surprisingly difficult feat considering how short she is. Behind you, people are still shouting. What the heck happened there? Someone died. You figured that, but it's not exactly rare for Artaria, is it? You've seen way more dead people here in the last couple of days than you've seen throughout your entire life on your planet. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. You tell the troll girl you thought that was just some kind of normal here. Normal, sure. The low bloods get killed. Natural order of things, right? But with high bloods, it's different. Personally, I don't give a shit about the natural order. Doesn't matter what the job is, I'll take it. Doesn't matter what the job is, I'll take it. Oh. So a high blood is dead. You're currently holding hands with a troll who just did a dirty deed. She tells you to help her lay low, i.e., she made you her accomplice, i.e., you are now her friend. Helping someone carry out a cold-blooded murder is super friendly thing to do. So we're helping an assassin. Okay, Assassin's Creed, baby. What had she called you? Her mate spirit? Mate spirit? No, it's mate sprite. Mate sprit. You aren't sure what it is, but it sounds great. You ask her what you should call her. My name is Polypa, but there's no reason to go throwing it around. Let's not talk at all. I want to point out that it won't look like a very convincing date if you're just walking in silence. That would require talking, and she told you not to do that. A trio of those spiky robots go marching by, drones or whatever. Their big, ugly heads swivel back and forth like they're looking for someone. Polypa doesn't say anything, and she keeps her eyes forward, but she goes as sharp as a laser, every muscle in her body tensing. You feel it through her hand, fingers tighten on yours until the drones disappear into the crowd. She yanks you around the corner into a smaller alley connecting the two roads. There's nothing here but a pothole and a couple of dumpsters. Hold up a minute. Her hoodie has a symbol on the front of it, two overlapping gold ovals. Most trolls seem to have a symbol designating their blood color on them somewhere. This means she's a gold blood, right? Oh, damn. That's what she looks like. But when she yanks her sweatshirt over her head, and underneath she's wearing a tank top with a symbol of olive green. It looks a little like a cat. It's pretty cute. She tosses the sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks a button on the side. A whoosh accompanied by the sulphury stink of... Hold on. My phone is ringing. I can't answer that right now. Note to self, don't go to dumpster diving in Altaria. She grabs your hand again as you head back out in the street. With her other hand, she works the tie out of her hair, making it out as what? Making it into a ponytail, untying a ponytail, letting it fall. Next, she reaches up and takes part of her right horn off. Wait, no, it was a little bit of veneer, an artificial bit to cover up a notch in the chitin. Whatever. What are all these random wardrobe changes about? You wonder until you actually begin to listen to some of the conversations happening around you, and check out the big billboard-sized screens mounted on the roofs of every few blocks. It seems like a rumor mill is already going hard. Apparently, a well-respected Violet Blood is dead, killed in public in full view, witnesses by a gold-blooded girl with a ponytail. Wow, we're really dealing with a professional here. I need to find somewhere to lay low until the heat turns down. I mean, we both do since you're my associate now. I had a contract waiting, but I don't know what happened to her. It's possible she got spooked. Got any ideas for likely hideouts? I'm not from around here. I wonder what in the world made her think you would have any idea what's going on, ever. She keeps giving you a sharp look as if she's gradually catching on to you who she just chosen as her recruit. You want her to understand that no matter how busted you look, you're an amazing friend and co-conspirator. Yeah, we're definitely we're helping her with cover up a crime, I guess. Well, here's your chance. What do you propose? Okay, catch a movie. Okay, let's continue the date here. Catch a movie and get some soft serve grub cream. Her mouth twitches. It could just be a muscle spasm, but you think it's a smile of approval. Yeah, I guess we could. That's what people do on dates, right? Oh, hey, I got an achievement. Movie date. It's been a while. I haven't seen a movie in forever. Let's do it. She squeezes your hand. You would have thought holding hands for so long would get sweaty and uncomfortable. You're certainly nervous enough, but her skin is surprisingly cool. With a couple of exceptions, all your new friends have been literally cold-blooded, all metaphorically, for a few of them. Yeah, fair enough. Like, a lot of them are crazy. Alright, let's keep on going real quick. Sorry about that. But you aren't going to judge them for their lifestyle choices. That isn't your place as a friend. Regardless, your point is kind of nice holding hands. Even if it's under completely false murder pretense, yeah, sure, we're definitely covering up here. Come on, there's probably a theater in here. I mean, probably theater in there. Makes sense, you're from around here, and you don't think she is either. But you can always recognize a mall when you see one. Stores and escalators and fountains full of slimy mall water. It's probably been there for years. Biggest difference between this and Earth's mall is that it doesn't seem to anyone working at these stores. Everything is automated. That and top floors appear to be reserved for high bloods. That's fucked up. She's still holding your hand. Gosh, it's like you really are. It's like you're on a real date. This is very, very friendly. As far as you know, you've never been on a date with an assassin before. You can't read the show times and descriptions and don't have any money, but she chooses the movie and pays for you both. She tosses a couple coins into a slot and the machine spits out 2 tickets. You don't see any soft serve grub cream, but you are a little too queasy from the mingled nerves and excitements currently to do with anything called grub cream. You do, however, stuff her bag of buttery exploded kernels at the concession stand, aka popcorn. Wow, this theater is a fucking mess. I think we're in Harkins. The theater you follow her into isn't crowded, but you still feel a pair of eyes settling on you as you walk up steps. Your heart pounds and sweat slides down the back of your neck. You're just positive that everyone can see right through you. This deep, controversial cross-species matchup that you've got going on here. Hey, fuck off. I'm on a date. Even worse, she takes a seat weirdly close to the only other group in there. A man. Awkward. The movie starts playing. Apparently in Altaria, there aren't any trailers before movies. Kind of a bummer. If you're going to be stuck in here, you want to know the new hot summer blockbusters you're going to be looking forward to. Surprisingly, the movie turns out to be a romantic comedy. You expect her to choose a thriller or horror movie. From what you can glean off of the plot, it's about a beautiful young J-Blood who gets involved with visiting Blue Blood and their servant, Big Bumbling Bronze. The portraits of Low Blood strikes you as vaguely offensive. They grunt and fall down a lot. The caverns look a lot fancier than you remember from the time you hung out with Bronya. Which one was that? I think the chick from Underground, I think. Just a lot bigger and more glittery. The main character spends a lot of time pulling a jeweled comb through her lustrous hair. The dialogue kind of incoherent, and you don't just think it's because you're unfamiliar with the cultural context. Also, doesn't help that running. She keeps up a running commentary throughout. The ban on conversation has apparently been lifted. Ugh, I can't believe they added them in the mistaking identity storyline. It's so unnecessary. Also, Black Rom is so boring in comedies. There's just no punch to it. Can't believe how bad this is. I don't remember the book being this garbage. I read it a long time ago. My tastes may just have been worse back then. You can enter in a whole new light. She shrugs, possibly a little self-conscious. What? You think I've been an assassin since I pubated? I used to have a blog for relationship advice and stuff like that. Of course, I've just been messing around. I didn't know anything beyond what I read online. 2 characters are kissing on screen. You have no idea who they are. You are way more interested in the fact that she has decided to tell you her life story in the back of a movie theater. Deep blue light from the scene in the brooding caverns washes over her, making her look noble and sad. You're entranced. It didn't last, though. I doubt it had anything to do with my blog, but a few sweeps ago, a group of kids broke into my hive. I think they were high, maybe soap or whatever. They stole a whole bunch of my shit, killed my Lessus, and there was a psychotic fuck broke my legs with his fucking brain. Yeah. I keep forgetting some of them are psychic, just because he thought it would be funny. Well, that's fucked up. We're riveted, but you have a bit of a tragic backstory yourself, but nothing this dramatic. She picks up the buttery exploded kernels with the delicate glove. I was trapped in my hive. I would have starved to death if it hadn't been for some teal who lived in my neighborhood. Just some little idiot who ran around with an Eastern Altaria replica sword, challenging her beasts to duels. Teal bloods are... I'm gonna butcher this. I'm skipping that. They care about justice, and these kids had attacked me for no reason. I didn't break any laws. Anyways, that's why I'm equal opportunity for how I take jobs. Low bloods, high bloods, everyone is scum. One of the kids in the row ahead of you turns around to tell her that she and her morale want to get all nasty and pale. Maybe you should get a room. She kicks the back of her chair and tells maybe she should mind her own business. The girl looks ready to jump over the back of her seat to the guy next to her, pats her firmly on the cheek. Almost a slow motion slap, firm and intense, with plenty of uncomfortably intimate eye contact. The girl settles down after that, and the movie goes back, and everyone goes back to watching the movie. The rest of it goes with your head spinning and your heart in your throat. You're glad she trusts you enough to share her past, but you are nervous about her talking about this in public. Wasn't that the whole point of coming to a movie theater to lay low? Think about it. When a girl sees the description in the alert, she's not going to be thinking about the noisy olive blood getting all Calgary counts in public. It's way safer than skulking around, believe me. Gosh, she really is an expert. We're so glad you got to go on this date with her, even if it's mostly fake. As soon as you're back out in the street, she pulls out her phone. Slowly, her face falls. Fuck, that little newt licker. I thought she bailed me, but according to Chitter, she's dead. I got her. Oh, damn. Damn it! I told her to be careful. Her sadness quickly turning into rage. Vibrating off her frantic waves, her voice gets louder, too, and people are starting to look your way. Heckling in a theater is one thing, shouting on the phone about murder is another. It is going south very fast. You got to calm her down. Deploy shooshpap. What does that mean? What? For lack of a better plan, you copy what you saw in the troll inside. Copy what you saw in the troll inside. You saw the troll inside due to his angry date. You press her palm firmly to her cheek. To your intense shock, she blushes a deep olive green. Her eyes slip closed. Leans into your touch as if she is drawing comfort from this tiny little gesture. She blinks and pulls away. Listen, I'm technically off on the clock right now. Let's be professional. She bites her lip, hesitating, then reaches up and repeats the same gesture on her face. An unbelievable warmth fills you. Could it be the warmth of friendship? You're a weird-looking double-horn amputee with a very few social skills, terrible survival instincts, and both short-term and long-term memory loss. But you're alright. If you ever want to earn some cash, I could use a partner I can depend on. Is it raining? No, those are tears in your eyes. Tears of gratitude. Fuck yeah. Okay, don't get too chonked up. You're definitely just gonna be bait. You assure her that due to a general she wouldn't want it any other way. Oh shit, we did it! Okay, I actually this one was fun. That was a sweet troll day. I think that's going to be all for today, because this is a pretty short one, actually. If you guys enjoy, please show up in the next video, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye.